Hello everyone, my name is Monkey, and today is the first episode of Owner's Chat, a podcast that will be done on the Community Collaborations YouTube channel throughout time. I am here with another owner named Blank.
Hey, what up?
Today, we're just going to talk about the direction of community collaborations. I know a lot of you guys, a lot of you guys, same thing, have wondered, like, how partnering works a little bit and what the overall direction of community collaborations is going to be. So, what do you think we should talk about first, partnering or direction?
We should do direction to keep it on the easy side.
Alright, so basically in direction, we're just kinda going slow. I know just recently, because by the time this is up, it would be Reach for the Clouds just went up on YouTube and SoundCloud, I believe, right, Blink? And go take a listen to that. That is a thing advertising the new role that has just been revealed in that song, which would be the Cloud role, which would be level 40. Well, I mean, Rainbow's level 35.
Yeah, I think one of the users also in the Discord that's actually getting close to that.
Rainbow, that would be Kelp.
Real quick. Yep.
Kelp's at, I believe, level 31, level 32, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I think it's
Kelp
31.
is probably our most active member. That is probably a major reason why she's on staff.
Well, and plus that, she has to welcome everyone. If she's not on, she won't be welcome anyone.
Yes, I know. Alright. First thing we want to clear up on that. I know a lot of people say, why don't you just use a bot to welcome people? Well, community collaborations, see, we like to do it the hard way. Because, reasons. The reason we did actually ask Kelp to do it is because we were going to have originally welcomers. And they were going to welcome people. And we just want it to have, like, a more person feel. Like, not a bot welcoming you. Like, a person-to-person, like, we're doing a job to welcome you. Sort of thing.
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh, we're just lazy and we're going to have a bot welcome you. How do we figure out who's new? We do have the bot welcoming people, but you don't see that tab. And that is a tab that we just know who's joined, who's new, and all that stuff. And that's how Kelp. What the heck am I trying to say there? Kelp. That is how Kelp figures out who to welcome and when to welcome them. So that is Kelp and welcoming. Yeah. In other news, direction-wise, we did just release that song, and like I just said, we're also partnering very more because I was on hiatus for a month for personal reasons, and yeah, we won't get into that reason. That was...
I know the reason. I'm not going to go into it either.
That we're not getting into because it's personal to me, and it's personal to everyone that was involved. Blank, anything you want to talk about and discuss on the future?
Well, it's going back to also the welcoming thing. When Kelp, welcomes you, don't think it's, putting you on the spot. Everyone gets welcomed. Mm-hmm. It's not like, hey, I want to welcome you, but I'm not going to welcome the next guy. No. It's just welcoming everyone. Because our motto is, let's come together.
Yeah, and Kelp does a really good job with welcoming everyone.
Yeah, because she's literally on top of that every single day.
I think she did better than the original welcomers we hired.
Yeah.
That was, Kelp went. When we had the welcomer, she was doing it, so we're like, you can take care of it. We don't need welcomers. And don't take that as an offense. It's just when we did get welcomers, they weren't doing everyone. They were doing you.
They're stop and
Yeah.
go pretty much.
And that's why we decided to get
And
rid of
that
them.
wasn't. Yeah.
So now we just have Kelp doing it, and she has a special role for doing it. So, yeah. Should we discuss another thing that I do want to discuss
Oh,
is
okay.
something where... Whoa. You good?
Oh, it's just my chair. Yeah, I hate my chair. It's so squeaky.
But another thing that we are discussing in the future is possibly bringing back weekend challenges. Because that was supposed to be a thing, but then it stopped.
Yeah, then it just slowed. Yeah, it kind of slowed down a bit. Then all of a sudden, it just went into the
Yeah, I want to
dust.
try to bring that back. So look for that in the future. I mean, of course we can't tell you everything that's coming in the future because private reasons.
That's gonna spoil everything, pretty much. I spoil our plans,
I will say
Batman.
that in the future there's a lot of
jeez.
big projects coming up. That parody that we
Yeah.
just did was one of the major projects that we just finished. And
That we should have got done months ago, but we're not going to go into the conversation again.
well, I was involved and I went on a hiatus, so that's why.
Yeah.
But we got that out for you guys, and there's a lot of big projects coming to get out for you guys in the future. And of course, maybe on one of those projects, maybe a few images will be teased. Maybe. I won't make promises, but maybe.
Yeah, it's just think of it as a 50-50, but you're more have a higher chance of not going to see anything.
Don't get too excited.
I'm just saying, but hey, just don't get your hopes up if we forget about it.
We tend to forget about a lot of things, but what do you expect? We're humans.
Yeah, exactly.
Partnering. One thing I did want to discuss with that is that we are going to be partnering with a few more aminos. A few aminos did decide to cancel their partnership. So if you are on the Discord and were a part of a amino role and you realize that you do not have that role anymore, it's probably because that amino decided to cancel their partnership. It's not that we physically wanted to take it away from you.
But hey, you guys can if you don't have that role anymore, and if you wanna, nudge the leader saying, "Hey, we should repartner with them," go right ahead. It'll help us a lot, kind of.
I would say maybe you can message them, but I'm not gonna force you guys to message them. I'm also going to want to put out there, don't harass the leaders, I guess, in a way, because it'll put a bad.
They're literally they're the people who control the whole thing. They can, kick you or something like that.
Hey,
you don't want that to
I'll
happen.
put it in this sense. Anything that happens to you and another amino, we take no responsibility for.
Yeah, it's up to you. You're at the risk, not us. We're just putting it out there. We're not literally telling you. It's just hey, just just putting it out there.
Yep. Alright, so what's owner's chat?
I wonder.
Alright, so
Wonder what we're
so
doing
owner's
right now.
I know I kind of went over this in the beginning, but owner's chat is owners, me, Blank, Alice, Mark. We may or may not just be talking. It could be me or Blank one episode, or Alice and Blank, or Blank and Mark, or me and Mark, or yeah, it could be 3 owners, 4 owners, 1 owner, 2 owners, whatever. And we just sit here and talk about either community collaborations or something going around community collaborations, or just random nonsense in general.
Yeah.
We also may in the future bring guests on, like manager, staff, whatever. Maybe lucky member. I don't know. But that's not all categorized yet. I'm not gonna say yeah we're gonna have members on here, but
But wait, there's more.
there is.
Yeah. If you order now in the 26th you'll get a call from no one because this is not paid advertisement. This is
Call
free.
the number on your screen. And if you're wondering why there's no number on your screen, it's because that was a fake advertisement.
I know. What is this, Billy Mays? No. I wish I had OxyClean.
OxyClean.
Hey, I don't like using. What's up? No, never mind. I don't know what brand I use, but I heard OxyClean works pretty good. This is not paid sponsor, by the
I
way.
remember those like old commercials of OxyClean. Use OxyClean now to get. I was like,
Yeah.
OxyClean.
Billy Mays here with a fantastic product. OxyClean Ultra Force. You just have a really massive stain on a white shirt. Don't worry about it. Put OxyClean in a bucket of water, then just shove your shirt in there. It gets the stains right out. Oh man, those are the best commercials, to be honest. Well, in my opinion, I don't know about anyone else's.
My all-time favorite commercial is the Lollipop commercial.
What lollipop? Like Tootsie Pop?
No, not even for a lollipop. It's a commercial for like a laptop, I believe it was, but it was like lollipop, lollipop, and it was like a bunch of workers singing it. I don't remember that commercial.
What the heck?
I do not remember what it was for, but I just remember that commercial. Alright, so sorry about that, like instant cut. It was a little mess up in audio, but anyway, from that commercial thing, moving on to stories. We're gonna talk about stories. Why not, right, Blank?
Yeah, I literally forgot what part I was at. I was.
So,
Oh, right.
We're starting from the beginning of the stories.
Oh my god.
Because my audio completely decided to stop for some reason. So we're gonna have to start at the beginning for you. I can cut out your part, so don't worry about it, Blank.
Should we just like cut it down the story thing? Like we could just like.
I know how to do it. Just keep going. Anyway.
Okay.
So we're gonna start with stories, or not start, but go on with stories. We're done with the whole commercial thing about OxyClean and lollipops. But we're gonna talk about a very interesting story on how Blank got onto the staff team originally. Now me, I don't have a really interesting story because I'm the creator. All I had to do was press a button and I created something, so. But Blank, he has like an interesting wild ride story.
Yep.
So, it started back when we were an Amino Discord. We weren't even community collaborations. We weren't a company. We're now a company, and now we've grown so much. It's crazy to think that. But Blank was, of course, trying out to be an application in, I would say, one of the second biggest applications we ever had.
Well, I was in the second bunch.
Yeah, it was the second biggest, so, like, we had one more that was bigger, and that was the third application.
Oh.
Which was, I think that who came out of that was Peach Rings and Whoa.
Oh, right.
Yeah, because we got Undertale, and that was huge. But he applied to be a curator, which was at the time curator. Now we have interns and all that. We don't even have curators anymore. But he applied, and Blank didn't think he was getting the job, but did he?
Huh.
But he applied, and come application day, he wasn't particularly my main pick. I'll be honest about that.
Why was I the bottom of the? Oh god, that was a voice crack. Was I the bottom of the barrel?
You weren't even on my list.
Oh man, I was a scraps. Okay.
You were on the second leader, who was at the time a leader. You were on his list. So
Okay, good.
that's how you got on the team. So I was going through the applications and I picked Tyrannus. So I told the other leader, pick 3 and I'll pick 3 and we'll equal it out into who we pick. So I picked Tyrannus, Alice, and Kelp, moving Alice and Kelp up from Discord support to curator. And the other leader picked Blank, Kelp, and some memes person. So I'm like, we both agreed on Kelp, so Kelp's official. And that's out of the way. She's already on the team. So I'm like, why don't we, since Alice is on the Discord support team, bump her up as well? And I'll pick Tyrannus. And since I want to even it out, because that would just be my full list right there, we'll add one of yours, which I initially thought your application was better than memes, so I picked yours. And Tyrannus honestly didn't like... Why did I say Tyrannus? What? The other leader didn't necessarily like your application over memes, but I liked yours over memes. So I was like, I don't think memes will do... I'm not saying I don't think memes is going to do bad, but I don't think memes will do up to par, because his application wasn't that great, but yours was better than that. Mm-hmm. So I picked you. So it was Tyrannus, you, Kelp, and Alice that was officially picked as the main 4. But there was 5 that was picked, so that would be Magic, who was also on the Discord support team, because I felt bad having Magic only on the Discord support team. So I bumped Magic up to curator as well, and then you 5 went on the team. And for the first few days, I didn't hear from you at all. It was like, is this Blank guy ever gonna show up?
Yeah, because what I thought it was gonna be like, it's gonna be more like, oh, I'll call you when I need you type of thing. But no, it's a whole other ball game. So then I started being more active, and then I got another role. Then I went more blah 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 blah. Then I hit manager. Then I did blah 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 for like a month. Then, actually, was it a month? I think it was a month. When I was.
I think
that's how long I was.
I think it was just under a month. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll check that real quick. It was. I became manager in May 12th, 2017. Then I became co-owner. Well, no, it was made in 2017. I became manager in May. Then I became co-owner in June. Then took a while. Then look at me now. I'm literally an owner.
That's what activity gives you, I guess.
Yeah, and I've been literally doing this like a job almost. Am I social? Yes, but do I still am I always active on the server? I hope so. I hope I'm still at my standards.
Plank is always communicating with me. We're like always talking to each other.
I need to. Yeah, it feels like I talked to you for, I don't know, maybe if I look at my watch of calendars, since I became, owner? No, not owner, co-owner. No, actually, no, manager. After I became manager in May. Yeah, in May, that's when we started talking a lot.
I think I'm not going to say officially, but I think what kicked it off for you originally was our first staff meeting that you were part of.
Yeah.
Because we were on talking all day after the staff meeting.
Yeah, and also, the first. I think it was no. I think it was the first or second one when we had to do a little video, and I put my 2 cents in. Then you told me to make it.
How about
What was that? Was
Amino?
that the first or second one?
That was the
Yeah.
first. Because it was on that day. And then you met
Yeah, so-
you met one of the owners, Mark, as well that day. Who originally wasn't an owner at the time. And now he is.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you joined, and now I guess you could say Blank is like the choreographer, like the guy that sets most of the stuff up for community collaboration.
Yeah, but the thing is, what my goal was when I became on staff was because I saw people above me and they were getting roles after roles after roles. And I saw Alice as the Discord owner, like not Discord owner, like the support team leader
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that. So I was like, one day I'm gonna be in that same spot.
Actually, what
So-
happened with Elvis was I knew
What?
that the other leader was becoming less active, or I noticed it. So I originally, because all those creators like originally started happening with you, Alice, and all
Yeah.
those 5. So I was noticing Alice was being extremely active, like you were how you were, and I was like,
Hmm.
Alright, Alice. I texted her, like, private DMs, and I texted her, do you want to be, like, the head curator? And from there, if we ever need you as a leader, you will become a leader. And then she agreed to it, she got head curator, and then later got leader. And is that when she became leader, was that the position you were looking at?
I actually was mostly not concerned about, more like I wanted to do that on my list. That was my list. I wanted to become the support team leader, and when I finally successfully got to that position, then I aimed at the
Head curator?
head curator, and I finally hit that. Then I thought I was gonna get kicked off the team by Mark and Monkey.
Oh, that one
By,
day that we moved you to manager.
Yeah, because he PM'd me saying, "Hey, we need to talk," and I was thinking, "Oh no, I wasn't active enough. I'm gonna get kicked off the team." So then I went in. I was like, "Hey, what's up?" And you guys told me, "Hey, do you want to be?" Well, I saw you more. Actually, hold on a second. I don't want to mess this up. I think it was this. So,
Doo-doo.
man.
Man.
Yeah, right here. You said, no, never mind. That's not it. But anyway, I'll brief it up. You said, I seen you been more active, or like something like that nature, and we want to know if you want to become manager, and I agreed to it, so I became manager. Then I was on and off on owner, like as an owner. I was like on and off, on and off, on and off. Then finally, I permanently became owner, and that's where I've been
Well,
since
there's
then.
nothing higher than owner.
Yeah, no, I'm just sitting on owner.
Unless you become... No, there's nothing more.
Yeah, no.
I was thinking
This
of
is
it,
it,
there's
Bob.
something more. No, there's nothing more. You got it all.
Yeah.
And then I told you, yeah, you can't level up anymore, and you're like, oh.
But I told myself to suck it up, man. That's how it happened. That's how I became from a curator in training, but that would be the intern's position, then it jumped all the way up to owner.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty from nothing to the top.
Is that inspiration for our current interns?
Yeah. If you think you cannot make it up to like a moderator or some type of area in there, there's always some way you can. Like, at first, I was not even gonna. I thought I was never gonna get to my position I was at now. Like right now, like as an owner, this took dedication.
Oh yeah.
And if you don't do dedication, that you're just gonna be stuck there. But
I mean,
actually,
look at it this way. You could either be the blank of our community, or you could be one of the people that didn't last long on our staff team.
Yeah.
But
we're not saying names, or we can think of it this way.
what I was
Think of
saying is, like, if you're gonna be if you become an intern and you notice, so typically you won't be an intern for very long. It'll be a week or two with activity to bump you up to moderator, because we don't want people stuck on intern, and we want moderators.
Yeah.
So intern's kind of like that iffy position. Like, you're on the team, but it's not official yet.
Yeah. We're just seeing if you have what it takes.
And then, like, with a week of time or a little more, we'll message you and be like, alright, you've done good. Or we'll message you, hey, you need to be a little more active. We'll do one of those messages.
Yeah.
And
You probably will. It's one of it too.
if you get the moderator, like, hey, you're doing good, and you'll get the moderator. Even with, like, time here and there. It just takes time.
Yeah. And plus that, how I worked it out with, like how I did it was, think of it this way. You get hired at a job, and if you do a lot of hard work and dedication to it, you get a promotion.
Mm-hmm.
But if you slack off, you don't get paid, and you might get fired. But if you do work, you get paid, and you're still hired and get that promotion. Then if you do better at that promotion, they'll give you another promotion. And if you do that, then you get another promotion. So if you just are a slump and a couch potato and don't do work, then you're just going to stay there like rock bottom, and you're going to get fired sometime.
I think,
So,
like, with promoting on our server, it gets harder and harder. Like, it takes more and more time each time. Like, moderator's like the easy level, in a sense, like a video game. Like, intern to moderator is easier, and then, like, manager to owner, that's game over.
yeah, that's pretty much, like, I was just lucky I got to this position. Like, I thought I was gonna trip up at some point. Like, I thought I was gonna, like, lose, like, all my saves. Like, I thought my saves were corrupted, like, in a game or something. Like, I thought I was not gonna make it here. But
if you're noticing,
luckily,
if, like, I guess this is mostly to Kelp because she's the only manager, but, like, anyone that gets to that manager spot, if you're noticing that you're not getting owner, it's not that you're not doing good, it's that owner's is like a position with very few. So
yeah, and
it'll take
also
a
being
long time.
Yeah.
Blank was lucky
Like,
that it happened so quickly for him, because
well,
it didn't happen like right away.
Yeah.
I'm saying it happened quickly because we only had 2 owners.
yeah, and plus I was literally trying my hardest to get to where I'm at now,
First comes first served.
and well, I didn't think of it that way, but
I'm saying, like,
still,
first person to put more time is gonna get owner first, basically.
yeah, and having experience now of being an owner, there's a lot you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have to be on top of every single thing. Like, do you have to go on hiatus or something for, like, a couple days or a week? go right ahead, but you have to make sure you're always checking in. For example, you go on hiatus at noon. At least check in like every like hour or an hour and a half to make sure like, okay, everything's going good. Just check everything. Then you're all set and you can go back to what you were doing.
Also,
Just make sure you're doing what you're doing.
being an owner takes a lot of communication too,
Yeah.
because we're communicating all the time.
Yeah, and you're risking. You're trying. Well, not you're risking. You're more like, hey, I have to do this, and also I have to be at meetings a lot. Even if like the meeting I had last time, like we had a meeting a couple days ago, or was it No, it was yesterday.
It was yesterday. It was yesterday for us, but when this video is up,
Yeah.
it may not be yesterday. Actually, it won't be yesterday.
Well, but yeah. Anyway, I couldn't make it to the meeting at the original time, so I asked, hey, can we just bump it up an hour? And Monkey agreed, so yeah, we'll bump it up to an hour. But hey, it came out well because Kelp also was thankfully was bumped up an hour because she was doing something.
Yeah.
I never ask for those things. Like, I try not to ask. But if I have to, I have to. I was just not, like... I was not doing nothing. I was doing something.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a type of guy, okay, I'm busy this day, this day, this day, this day.
Don't sign up.
Just, yeah, just don't. Like, am I free all the time? No, but if I'm on, like, for example, if I'm working and I'm on break, do I come in and check in? Yes, because I check every single day if everything's okay. And that was not meaning to rhyme. But yeah, being an owner takes a lot of dedication and hours, like in a game.
Uh-huh.
And just my motto is for being an owner, like what I said to myself every time I wanted to not rank up, more like get promoted, was do your job. If you don't do your job, you're not getting paid. If you're doing your job, you will get paid. But instead of paid, it's promotions or demotions, or even off the team.
If you are looking to want to potentially be on the staff team, applications are in the description below to this video. They're 24-hour applications. You may not receive an answer right away, but you'll get an answer eventually.
Oh god, you're fine. Oh god.
And so you're getting a phone call,
right
looks like.
Yeah, I declined it. It was not important.
Okay. Alright. So that's pretty much staff info. I don't know why we gave the whole spiel about staff, but that is how staff works, if you were ever wondering.
And promotions.
Yep. Interns are Crafty and who? Vic? Yeah. And I guess they're on, like, what day are they on? Like, almost a week by now?
Well, yeah, almost a week.
So they
I thought that
should
actually
get their answers soon.
yeah. And we were talking about other things, but we're not gonna spoil that.
We're not going to spoil their answer. We're not going to be like, alright, Vic, you're getting booted, or Crafty, you're getting booted, or Vic, you're getting accepted, or Crafty, you're getting accepted.
Yeah, we're not. Well, I was also talking about, like, stuff like that. We're not gonna spoil it because, like, one, that's kind of like on a down low thing.
Yeah.
But we just want to keep it more of as a surprise, or not putting it out there.
I mean, you can look at it this way. If you even get intern, you've made it. You've made it somewhere. That's a good thing. That means your application went well, and you got on the team. I mean, maybe we should give pointers on how to do an application, or how.
Yeah,
how
it's
we
not
look at
hard.
applications,
It's just
I guess, in a sense, like
just don't act stupid.
a suggestion I would say is put in a little bit of time. It's not gonna take an hour, or it's not gonna take an hour to 10 hours. It's gonna take maybe 10 to 15 minutes. But put a little time and effort into like.
Yeah, and also
Putting
just think of
detail
it
in
as like a
every
real
question.
job application. Just don't like throw in, hey, I'm like 6 and I don't do work at all. Don't do those types of things. Like put time. Yeah, what he said. Just put what Monkey said. Put time and dedication into your thing, so it'll probably give you even a higher chance of getting picked. Who knows?
Yep. I mean, even like if you like fill out your whole application and get details, go back, read the questions, make sure you
Yeah, I
answered them
kind of messed up
correctly.
with that when I even did the staff.
Even if you do a little mess up, it's fine. But like, just make sure you read
Yeah,
them.
and
Make
also
sure you answer them
keep
correctly.
in mind we're not like just saying, okay, 6 of you were like saying, hey, we wanted to join, but only like 2 of you get picked. The thing is, there's always going to be a room. Well, there is going to always be room some point on the staff. So we're going to keep your guys' like applications like out there. Like we're going to keep them. So if we, yeah.
If you apply, your application will always be in effect. Just know that. Like, if you get like the first round, you're not picked. The second round that we pick new staff, you might be picked. If you
Yeah, even
submit
like
an
what
application,
Game
like, the
Ranks
first
do on
time.
YouTube. I like their YouTube channel, by the way. It's pretty good. What they do at the end of their videos on their Friday episodes, they do these console giveaways. But what they say is you go down the description, sign up once, you're entered forever. That's pretty much what ours is. You submit your application, you're going to be chosen at some point. If you don't get picked today, you probably get picked in a couple weeks or something like that. Who knows?
And I guess I should rephrase what you just said. Don't take it like you're gonna get picked one day, because you might get picked one day. I'm not gonna say that you won't, but
Yeah.
there may be an application we just
Oh,
don't
yeah,
want to
that
pick.
too.
I'm just saying that. Plus, we have a little bit of an age requirement, so we're not gonna state the age.
Yeah.
Because I want to give everyone the opportunity, but because we're a little lenient with the age rule.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
we have an age rule. I mean, I'm not gonna say if you're young, don't apply, but if you're young, apply, sure. But if
I
you're
don't know
like,
how. Hey,
3.
maybe if
Don't
they're
apply.
3 and they applied and they have a good application, that's a good mindset, and I'm impressed. I'd be shocked if they didn't do
I'd
that.
be
Like,
shocked. Maybe we'd make records. We'd be like, first 3-year-old are hired for
That'd be
moderating job
impressive.
in Discord server.
But anything else we need to talk about?
Just go for it. If you are debating on applying, just go for it. That's all I want to say.
Yeah.
Always take the risk if you need to.
Yeah, I know.
By the way, we don't bite.
The only thing we do buy is food, because, you know, we're humans, we're hungry.
Don't go hungry with Link.
Like, hey.
By the way, I will state, if you are on the staff team and you mess up, it's totally fine too. You won't get yelled at. You'll maybe get a message like,
They're not
"Hey,
gonna.
don't do this."
Just think of it
Like,
this way:
you
you're
can
not gonna
yelled
get
at.
things with caps. Like, if you get caps, it's probably just for a joke, not like to take it personally. Do something
I mean,
bad.
you might get caps if you, like, you know, do it on purpose
Yeah.
and screw it up on completely, but just know when you're on our team, we're putting trust
Yeah, so
in you.
don't apply then
So
2
always know that
weeks
too.
later say, "Oh, I want to get off the team." Like you just applied like a couple of weeks ago. Don't just say, "Hey, I want to leave." Okay?
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of leaving, if you put in an application and you're like a month later, you're still waiting to hear, and you're like, I'm not too interested in being on the staff
Yeah.
anymore, contact an owner. Because we can remove your application if you want that removed.
Yeah,
if you want
and
to redo
once
your
again,
application,
we don't
contact
bite.
an
The only thing we
owner.
bite is like Subway or something else. Except humans, of course. Yeah. Eat
Not
fresh.
sponsored by Subway.
Well, it tastes good, okay? Hey, if I have nothing else to eat, Subway, eat fresh. You literally see him cook it right in front of you.
Okay.
Not sponsored, by the way.
Yep.
Again. But
So yeah, that is staff applications and how they work, and that's Blank's story. And that's Blank's little motivation for everyone watching.
or anywhere else,
at
even
home.
on the bus. Who knows?
It looks like we're getting
Yeah, no.
close to the time of closing this podcast. But one thing I do want to state is if any one of you are working at Snickers, contact me. We might want to, partner up. Hit me up. Mythical Monkey on YouTube.
'Cause seriously.
Monkey on Discord. At YTMysterio on Twitter and Community Collaboration
just saying,
on Twitter. Hit us
Hey,
up.
if you do work at Snickers, Monkey always needs a Snicker because every time he's mad at someone, or even at me if that matter, I tell him to eat a Snickers because he's not himself when he's hungry. So, just putting it out there.
I'm not me with my hunger. See, I can be your commercial,
He's not him when
spotlight,
he's hungry.
guys. Come on. Anyway, I think that's gonna wrap it up for this podcast. Stay tuned for the
Maybe in the future, who
episode
knows?
2 or whenever that comes out. I'm Monkey, owner of Community Collaborations, here with
Whoop.
Blank, owner of Community Collaborations.
Woot. Woot.
And we are signing out.